Assistive Technology in the Classroom by Louise Frame. This recording was created using Spoken Text, the online text-to-speech converter. To learn more about Spoken Text, visit www.spokentext.net.
Technology, I'll tell you what it means to me. Technology, it's my key to being free. It lets me roll, slip, ripple, and glide. Voice the feelings that I'm holding inside. Well, it's my access to the printed page and my key to the electronic age. Well, it's the way that I can reach and stand. My eyes, my ears, my legs, and my hands. It's my key to the highway so wide. Oh, it's my ace, my ticket to ride. Technology, I'll tell you what it means to me. Technology, it's my key to being free. Sweet, sweet, assistive technology.
We all like to do things, like color, and read, and use a computer. It's how we play, learn, work, and get things done. But when a disability makes it hard to do something we'd like to do, we need a little help. Luckily, there's a solution. Assistive technology, or AT, is anything that helps you do something you couldn't do otherwise, like walk, run, communicate, and more. These helpful tools can be as simple as a foam grip that makes it possible for a child to grasp a crayon and create art, as common as glasses that make it possible for a student to read and learn.
The Unichair is designed to be driven manually using just one arm and one foot. The user steers with their foot. The single hand rim drives both wheels through a unique differential mechanism. The speed of each wheel will differ automatically as the chair turns. One wheel can even stop completely during a sharp turn.
For one student at Spokane's Meade High School, technology is the key to pursuing his passion. Lucas Bratcher loves to play his euphonium horn in the school jazz band. It has been an uphill battle ever since he was born with a condition that renders his limbs nearly useless. Lacking manual dexterity, Lucas learned to play music his own special way, to the amazement of his first band director.
He looked very eager and excited about being a member of the band, and quite honestly, my thought at that time was, oh my goodness, how could this possibly work? And as we took the students through their method book, I noticed that occasionally he would play on his horn. His hands were not able to activate the valves on the instrument, so it was apparent to me that what he was doing was just being selective about the notes that he was playing. He was willing to sit there and just wait for that one note to come along in the music. And when it came, he played it with all of his heart and enthusiasm and capability to make the best sound that he could. That was enough for him, initially.
But Lucas knew he could do more. And that's when serendipity led his mother to the instrument repair shop of Robin Amond. The senior Amond also patented a device that allowed people with missing hands to play the piano.
I'd always wished that I could make something that could make a person who had lost an arm be able to take the place of their fingers. And then one night, I woke up in the middle of the night and I realized that joysticks aren't just for putting electrical things on screens. Joysticks can do other things. Joysticks can do mechanical things.
Amond's dream became a small box with a joystick that triggered solenoids and operated the valves of a horn.
When I heard and saw Lucas perform recently at a concert, it reminded me just how far we've come.
Depending on the user's motor skills, the devices can be modified to accommodate the specific individual's needs. Someone with limited use of his or her arms and hands can use the attached buttons, called switches, to scan and select items on the screen. When the desired item is highlighted, the user activates the switch to select the item rather than using the touchscreen.
Speak. Hello.
A switch can be activated using any body movement that the individual can control voluntarily, such as moving their head to the left or right. Typically, the device and switch are mounted to a wheelchair so the user can access it at any time independently.
The Nita Eater is a modular system with components designed to enable people to use their own movements to feed themselves. There is a choice of turntable plates and clip-on cutlery. A mechanism keeps the spoon level as it is lifted. Tremor, or ataxia, is absorbed by viscous fluid damping. Springs and stops can be set to bring the spoon up and forwards automatically to your mouth. The system is fully adjustable. An alternative to a manually operated Nita Eater is an electric programmable version. Most commonly, one switch is pressed to turn the plate and another to operate a single cycle of the spoon. Other choices, including single switch operation, can be selected. The electric Nita Eater is easily programmed for up to 5 users, each with different mouth positions, pause times for the spoon at the mouth, and other choices. Head or foot switches are commonly used. The Nita arm support enables people with muscle weakness to use their arms. This young man is pressing a light switch to control a motor that lifts his arm. The angled joint means that your elbow drops down, bringing your hand closer to your mouth as the arm lifts. Both arms can be used, supported in the adjustable slings.
People use the augmentative and alternative communication devices by typing what they'd like to say on an on-screen keyboard.
Hello.
Selecting pre-programmed keys that represent words, phrases, sentences, or entire thought sequences helps the user communicate. Pressing specific keys prompts the device to speak. The device then plays the audio of the constructed message.
I am finished with the report.
Introducing the Pulse Smart Pen from LiveScribe. It records everything you hear and links it to what you write. So you never miss a word. So what makes the Pulse Smart Pen smart? For one thing, it's what's inside. It has an infrared camera at the tip which tracks everything you write or draw, and a built-in microphone that records crisp, clear sound. Inside is a computer that remembers everything you write, draw, and hear. You can play back what was recorded through the Pulse's built-in speaker or headphones. The Pulse Smart Pen makes it easy to transfer your notes and audio to a computer. Using the USB charging cradle, you can connect to your PC or Mac, where your notes and audio are transferred automatically. With LiveScribe Desktop, you can store and organize your notes, search for words, and replay that moment in time.
Distance equals rate times time. This is very important for the test.
Great review having the pen, and I've been using it quite frequently. I can take notes, plan my schedule, and I have the calculator on there. It's basically like a small computer. I have everything I need. It has also a translator in it. It's perfect.
Another device that has allowed for complete integration for many of our students has been a Braille note taker. There are many types, from the general word processor / Braille translator to the advanced unit that acts like a PDA. The advanced units can have refreshable Braille displays, a QWERTY keyboard, or a Braille-style keyboard, and a variety of communication ports from wireless, Bluetooth, USB, and serial ports. The operating systems are similar to various PDAs using Pocket PC. The programs available can include Pocket Word, Excel, Access, Internet Explorer, Instant Messenger, email software, Braille translation software, and a variety of organizational programs like calendars, contacts, and calculators. Many of the Braille note takers today even come with a DAISY player built right in.
Okay, stick that in there for me, please. Stick that in there. Okay, push it. Is it on?
Yay, good job.
Okay, take the H out for mommy, please.
H says
good job.
H says
Those are perfect for her. Okay, now put that one bit in there. Yep, you got it. You're a rock star.
A says app. App is like with A.
What words begin with app? What words begin with A?
A says A. Airplane starts with A.
We create equipment, we modify the environment. So it may be that we modify a wheelchair, we might modify a computer, it might be a tricycle. It's anything in the environment. The way I like to look at it is that our therapists work on improving the skills of the kids, and we work on modifying the environment so that they can have success today. And we can adapt the environment so they can have success immediately. We don't have to wait for the child to develop their skills. For Jose, sitting was just something that was really important for him to do because he needs to play. He needs to use his hands, and there aren't a lot of commercial products available to allow him to sit independently. And we can modify this and change it as he grows. We can make it larger by cutting the foam. He can play outside, he can play indoor. There you go. Look at you. You see he's manipulating it around and getting it on the wheels. That was good, Jose. Very good. Woo, it's upside down.
Jose, because of his condition, he cannot crawl because he cannot coordinate his arms with his legs. So he crawls kind of like what we call a low crawl, where he only uses his arms. So we put this on his chest and we strap him for safety to make sure that we keep this in place. And then it makes it easier for him to slide when he's crawling. And all there is to it is just placing Jose here and fastening the safety strap. But these trikes, normally the back support is very low because these trikes are normally used by kids that have balance, which Jose doesn't have. So what we did on this is, well, what Steve did on this is he raised the back and he added a strap for the chest and a strap for the hips. That way we can support his torso so that he can have the freedom to use his legs for pedaling and then his hands for holding on to the wheels. So his feet will be strapped here because he doesn't have the coordination to keep his feet in place. And then we have this handlebar in the back so that we can, for safety, guide him and help him through, even though he can do it by himself.
Hi, I'm Megan. I'm a Literacy and Assistive Technology Coordinator, and I just wanted to show you some simple ways to adapt playing for our students that have physical challenges, or maybe our kids that are a little bit lower toned, and so some things are a little bit more difficult for them to do. I really like play. I think it's an excellent social activity for our kids. I also like the idea of incorporating our students with physical challenges so that they can play with each other, and then also the students who don't have physical challenges can play with them. It's just good all around for everybody. So one of the things that we have in assistive technology is what we call low tech, which is very easy things to adapt. And one of my absolute favorite low tech adaptations is Velcro on blocks. Stacking blocks is a really critical preschool skill. Kids love to play blocks. It's very hard for a lot of our kids. It requires a lot of dexterity and a lot of balance, stabilization in your shoulder. A lot of our kids simply can't do it. But with Velcro, a hard piece and a soft piece, it is a lot easier for some of our kids. They can just go like that. So with that adaptation, This is another idea that you can do in a classroom setting or at home. This is what we call a switch, and it hooks into a toy. And this is our little moose. And so simple cause and effect for our students that may not be able to, pick up the moose and talk to him and, oh, I love my moose, but they can still make him move with the switch. So with that, they push it and he moves, they take their hand off and it stops. So it's really good for learning cause and effect, and also for feeling a sense of control in their own environment. It's important that that's how kids develop. They learn, I do something, something happens. This happened because I did this. That's how kids learn and grow. So with this, we have our moose. And a fun way to incorporate two kids that might have physical challenges. One could be responsible for building the block tower, and he could be in front of the moose. The other one can be responsible for making the moose knock down the tower. And so it's one thing kids love to do, to build towers, but more than that, they really love to knock them over. So with that, you can have two kids playing together with adult assistance as needed. And then, no, don't knock over my... Oh. One thing I really love to do with this is to add language to it. And so similar to this switch is one of these. This is a one-step switch, but they have more. So you can say, no, don't knock over my tower! And then one of the children can, don't knock over my tower! And you can pair language with it, which you want to do with every situation. And you can put different phrases, don't knock over my tower, hey, look what I did, bet you can't get it, you can't get me, you big old moose. Just fun, kid-like things that the kids can say and play, just like you would see in a typical preschool. We have ways through assistive technology of adapting so they can have just a fun play experience.
Technologic. Call it, find it, view it, code it, jump and lock it, surf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, switch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, touch it, bring it, pay it, watch it, turn it, leave it, stock, format it. Technologic. 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 Technologic.
Thank you for watching. This recording was created using spoken text, the online text-to-speech converter.